Hi guys, so I'm back again. I'm going to show you the reason why I'm so bloody grumpy every time with this on YouTube. Gosh damn it! It says you are feeling very sleepy. I am not feeling
put in a trance, and after that, follow my instructions. You're currently in a trance, and I'm gonna count down from 5 to 1. And when I get to 1, you're gonna be asleep. In 5, 4, every muscle in your body is relaxing. 3, you can hear my voice, but your legs feel weightless. 2, 1.
I ain't asleep, you stupid boy! God damn it! I'm gonna watch this bloody guy.
The average American has 5 hours of...
Oh, shut your bloody gob, I've not even got to you yet. Now, let's watch this guy, his name's
The average American
Liam.
has 5...
Just shut your bloody gob, you idiot, I've not even clicked onto the video. And you're interrupting.
Meet the world's first smart IPL that learns and adapts to your skin. Braun Smart IPL. Welcome to my beauty routine.
I do not care.
Real-time coverage feedback to stop hair growth straight from the root. Visible results in just 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Braun
just
Smart IPL.
shut up,
1 year
woman.
of smooth skin.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
The average American has 5 hours of free time per working day plus weekends, and there are 13 things that you can do in that free time that will make you happier, more fulfilled, and less stressed than you are right now, and most of them are free. And even though I have a pretty hectic job as a corporate lawyer, I generally don't start work until around 9:30 a.m, giving me 2 hours of free time in the morning. I usually finish work on average, say 8:30 p.m, giving me 3 to 4 hours before I go to bed. Plus, I have 16 waking hours both days of the weekend usually, meaning I actually have around 60 hours of free time a week.
You don't
and
have
you
a
may
life.
have more than me, so that led me to question, what are we all doing in all of that free?
Oh yeah, what am I doing here? Watching you, you stupid little so-and-so, but no, I have to watch you. If I was going to turn you off, I would have done it straight away. But I haven't. And then you're sitting there doing absolutely nothing. There's nothing in your life that you can do. Okay? Nothing. You're just stupid, that's what you are, stupid. You do like making miserable life. You're making yourself miserable and others miserable. So stop it, you selfish prick.
Time. Obviously, we all have stuff we need to do. We have jobs, and then there are chores to be done. And if you have kids, I imagine those take up a pretty significant chunk of your life. But what's pretty crazy is the amount of screen time people are accumulating outside of their work lives. In the UK, at least, a 2022 survey found that the average person spends 5 hours a day looking at screens outside of their job or school. What's even crazier is that the time we spend scrolling and lots of the TV we watch, to be honest, is actually probably making us feel crap. So it's not even giving us enjoyment, it's just easy and highly addictive. So let's start running through the 13 things you can start replacing all of that time with to mean you live a happier and more productive life. But I will admit that I am not spending all of my free time doing these things. I'm still scrolling, I'm still watching Netflix, but I am trying.
I'll show you something, you stupid little pig. Do you not understand what it looked like when you're going to get a bloody smacked bottom across your backside and it's going to be bloody hurting for days? Do you remember that? Whoever created this stupid technology should burn in hell. They should bloody burn in hell. I don't even know how I'm using this bloody phone because I could have been using a bloody camera. An old-fashioned camera, not one of these bloody stupid idiotic phones. I could have used a Polaroid camera, but no, they don't film, do they? No, you had to wait until the future, didn't you? To have someone film you, you stupid idiot. So you're asking us to do something reproductive, and you are a lazy pig who can't be bothered to do anything properly for yourself, you absolute hypocrite.
Is to spend more of my 60-ish hours of free time a week doing these things. Okay, first up, contact friends and loved ones. So, you know those people who really appreciate it when you message them and they quite often message you and you sometimes reply, sometimes forget to reply? Well, I think trying to be better at reaching out to friends you don't often speak to or messaging your parents, your grandparents.
Every time that guy smiles, it makes me feel like he's done something that he shouldn't have done. You know, pulled his pants down and showed his willy to someone. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. You're absolute disgrace to society. You're hypocrites.
Letting them know how you're getting on and letting them know that you're thinking of them is a hugely powerful way to A, make their day happier, and B, you actually feel really good about yourself when you contact these people. So just carving out a little bit more free time to think, okay, who in my contact book have I not messaged for a while, particularly people close to you.
Oh, do you know what I'm going to do, my friend? I'm going to rip your fucking nails off. Don't keep your gosh damn mouth shut, you absolute fucking hypocrite. Do you understand me, you fucking nonce? See what it's doing to me? This is what people do to me in the 21st century. Back in the 20th century, it would have been a hell of a lot different. I would have been more kind and more courteous. But nowadays, no, fuck that. Yes, this fucking guy's scrolling through his fucking phone like he fucking does all the fucking times he fucking likes doing it. Doesn't it make no bloody sense at all? And he's an absolute stupid, hypocritical imbecile who doesn't even know what it feels like to lose his own bloody self-sufficient manhood. Do you know what it looks like though? You know, since he doesn't go out that much, he sits on his backside doing nothing. At least I try and do stuff. How am I supposed to do a hell of a lot of stuff with the dolls on me? I can't do that, and this bloody guy's acting like a stupid hypocrite, thinking he could scroll through his phone all the time and go watch TV like he flipping wants to. No way in hell can he do that just by himself. That's not a hobby, that's nothing. A hobby is going out by yourself on your bike, or with someone you like. Yeah, that's a hobby, and I don't like much people these days. I don't like much people these days, no. No. I liked a lot of people back in the 20th century. They were a hell of a lot good back then. Yeah. They were a lot better back in the 20th century. More better than people these days. Because people talk fucking nonsense.
Like mum, dad, me, who I should reach out to more often than I do, and reach out to them. I say the gold standard of this is writing a letter to someone. Probably only done that a handful of times in my whole life and should probably do it more. Or even just writing a longer email to, for example, your grandparents to update them on your life. And fine.
Do you know what I start to think? Yeah, why don't you start writing letters? Since our ancestors from the 18th century, 19th century and even 16th century had written letters. Even King Edward VIII had written letters. So don't even dare start to doing what you bloody like doing. You're self-sufficient little prat. That's what you are. You're an hypocrite. A self-sufficient little prat who doesn't know how to do anything properly but now scroll through your phone all day long. At least I listen to music and put my phone down. I don't scroll through it that much. I don't know what it is with bloody phones these days, but androids and bloody phones like this and laptops and all the bloody computers and TVs. What's wrong with the world, eh? Whoever created this should burn in hell. Whoever created the TV, flat screen TV, whoever created that should burn in hell. Whoever created the Android should burn in hell. Whoever created the Samsung should burn in hell. And whoever created the Apple should bloody burn in hell. Same with the iPods, they should burn in hell. And the same with bloody laptops, they should burn in hell. And also the people that have created bloody computers, they should burn in hell. Ain't it enough that we had a good old flipping Apple laptop, no, an Apple computer in the 70s and 80s. But no, we had to move on to a bloody big one, didn't we? We had to move on to flat screen laptops and computers. Honest to God, what is this world coming to? It's a disgrace. It really is.
Phoning people, I think, is really underused. Like, I do not often just pick up the phone randomly and give someone a call. But actually, when a friend just randomly calls me, it's like, I don't want anything. I just wanted to see how you're doing. It's really a lovely thing. You have a lovely chat and then you hang up 5 minutes later. It didn't take up much of either of your time. It's not the big deal you imagine it to be. And it was really nice. Yeah, send a message, email, letter, or just pick up the phone to someone. Contact people you care about, and they will massively appreciate it. And you will then get the benefit of actually feeling really nice about the fact you just spoke to someone you haven't spoken to for a while. Plus, you'll also get this kind of helper's high from having done something nice to someone else. Second, we have listen and walk. And I specifically combine those two things as something productive you can do, because this is one of my personal favourite things to do, and probably the best thing that came out of the pandemic for me, other than slightly more perspective on life. I personally really struggle to read books.
Oh, don't be blaming the pandemic, you stupid prick. Okay, you just blamed the pandemic for that. Okay, at least the pandemic had us together, had us connecting with each other. Back then, now we don't even connect with bloody people. Look at society now. They're all self-sufficient cunts. That's what they are. Self-sufficient, imbecilic cunts. That's what they are. Don't tell me otherwise. At least back then people had the bloody decency to talk to each other.
That's on a page. I feel like my brain desires dopamine, which doesn't help. I get distracted quite easily, but I also think that in my job I spend most of my life reading words on a screen, and so the thought of then coming home and in the evening reading more words I find quite painful. Instead, going out on a walk, I manage to get my steps in, so huge health benefits. But then I also have loads of stimuli around me while I'm listening to an audiobook that I think really help me to retain focus on what I'm listening to.
Here, let me guess, COVID never even existed. And you know why I think that? Because people are too much of a hypocrite to understand that nothing ever happened in 2020 and nothing ever happened in 2021 to consist your stupid lies. Okay? Nothing ever happened. We all just came together and we all had bad dreams, okay? From 2020, from the January of 2020 to December 31st of 2021, we were having bad dreams that the world was on lockdown. It wasn't true. It wasn't true. It was all bad dreams. It was a bunch of nonsense that come from the social bloody media saying, oh no, there's a virus going around. It's not like bloody HIV from the 80s or the bloody Black Plague from the 1700s. At least they were bloody telling the truth. But no, social media never tells the truth. It never will and never has told the truth. So don't bloody listen to what they have to say.
I always listen to stuff when I'm out on a walk. I often just use it as a form of meditation, but maybe 50% of the time I do listen to books or podcasts. And I think I've probably read an extra 10 books in the last year by walking and listening at the same time.
Oh God, this is the bloody problem with these ads. You know, when do they ever stop? They never bloody stop, do they? It's stupid. Just is. Whoever created ads as well, they should burn in hell as well. They should burn in hell.
Meet my miracle spray. New Febreze.
I know they're showing off the bloody products, but I can't be bothered or I cannot be arsed about listening to this stupid nonsense. Get off my screen, you stupid pervert!
Fights odors on every fabric. Over 1,000 uses. Febreze Fabric Refresher.
Okay, next up we have Be Your Social Circle's Social Sec. And this is inspired by a few very particular friends that I have who are amazingly good at organising things for other people. The social sec is like a position you have at uni, and I have a couple of friends who we refer to as the social sec of the group, who organise loads of stuff for the others in the group, and it's just amazing having stuff thrown at you. I think it's a really lovely thing to suggest doing things with your friends.
Do you know one thing I really dislike about this little hypocrite? Yeah, that I want to smash his bloody face in with my bare hands or with a bat and show him what bloody frustration looks like. Oh no, he goes on and mentions how he's got friends. Most of the bloody people in the world don't have bloody friends. So you're the only one that comes out saying, oh, I've got friends. Yeah, I've got friends. I've got friends, yeah. and I'm gonna throw that in your face and let you know that you don't have no friends and we're gonna laugh at you and bully you. Do you know what I'm gonna fucking tell you? Is keep your fucking gloves shut, you fucking hypocritical cunts.
Bring joy into their lives, whether it's something really small like happy hours on this weekend at this bar, let's all go together, or planning an entire holiday with a group of friends. Psychologically, I think this gives you things to look forward to, which is really important, particularly if you're in a tough patch at work, for example, and I think you also then get the benefits of getting to share these amazing experiences with people you care about. Number 4, learn a language. Il est évident qu'il est utile de parler une autre langue. And on top of that, it's also been shown that becoming bilingual delays the onset of dementia by 4 to 5 years, and has also been shown to lead to a...
Do you know what I wish you have done for the rest of your life? I just wish you weren't born. I just wish you were dead, okay? The world would be a better place. This guy needs to burn in hell, just saying. I've never said that before, but he needs to burn in hell. So he's just acting like a fucking hypocrite. That's what he fucking does. He's acting like a fucking hypocrite. When did he ever have a social life of himself for himself? But no, he goes on the internet making fun of other people. Oh yeah, we all have a reproductive system, don't we? We all have cocks. We all have willies. We all have vaginas, we all have boobs, we all have, all that comes from our, we have the penis that we put up the arse, yeah. This guy right here is the sort of person that would do that nonsense, since he's one of them people that I cannot bloody trust with anything. I would not even trust it with my own bloody son, or with my own bloody brother, or my sister, or anyone in my bloody family. I'll never trust him with them. Hex no, he's a bloody hypocrite.
All raft of other health benefits, better attention, listening, decision making, critical thinking.
And anyways, I don't want to be learning a new language. I'm sick of learning new languages. I'm sick to the back teeth of bloody learning them, and I don't want to bloody learn them. I can bloody hardly learn the bloody things anyways, because I could bloody hardly learn it because I don't understand the bloody people.
My favourite way now of keeping up and continuing to improve, in particular my Spanish, is a platform called LiveXP, who are very kindly sponsoring today's video, which allows you to find a tutor who has similar interests to you, whether you're a pure beginner, intermediate level, or have learned a language in the past and want to get back into it. Through LiveXP, you get private one-to-one tuition with a native speaker. There are over 2,000 tutors on the platform speaking over 30 languages, including professional teachers who speak your first language. I really like being able to schedule sessions around my busy life, learning and practicing when it suits me. And there's also a word trainer tool in the app for learning vocabulary between sessions. I've tried out loads of really great language learning tools, but I think actually having a physical person there who you can talk to, who you can laugh with, who you can ask questions, has made me fall back in love with speaking Spanish. I'm also really excited to potentially use...
So you fall in love with them Spanish girls, do you? You're disgraceful to a lot of us, We never expected you to say that you loved them. No way. We thought we'd go to Spain and we'll have a good party, but then bump into one of the girls there and one of the girls takes you back to her apartment and then you both have sex. And you're a disgraceful man for doing that. You're a disgrace. You'd burn in hell. You should burn in hell or get killed by the Spanish mafia if they have a bloody mafia. Get tortured or murdered for it, because you're a disgrace, that, my friend. You don't be going on the internet talking about oh yeah, I want to learn this new language. Why don't you learn it from the dictionary? Why don't you do that, you self-sufficient ugly bastard?
My subscription to learn another language, as all of the tutors are included with your subscription. So yeah, you can book a 30-minute trial lesson for just $1, and you can also get 30% off subscriptions using the discount code that's on screen now. Number 5 is to organise your digital life. So most of us have loads of different devices, apps, notifications, camera rolls full of loads of the same and rubbish photos.
And it's all because of your generation this is existing. This is why this phone's existing. This is why this TV's existing. This is why this laptop's existing. This is why this computer's existing. This is why these shitty looking cars exist. This is why you cannot exist in this world because you made it your own. And you cannot exist in it because you're an absolute stupid prick. That's what your problem is. The only reason why your mother gave birth to you is because you looked similar to her. That was the point.
Calendars that are disorganized. So once a month, I like to take for each of these maybe an hour just to clean up my digital life. So there are 4 things I'll look to do. Number 1 is to get to inbox 0 across both my messages and my email. Number 2 is then to clean out my camera roll of those like repeat images of exactly the same thing, or just like random photos I've taken, just to make sure that my camera roll is nice and clean. So when I look back through my photos, it's like, this is so pleasurable, rather than random stuff in here. Number 3 is then to add events into my calendar, and particularly into my shared calendar with Beth and with my family, to make sure we're all on the same page with what is going on in our lives. And number 4, reorganize your phone setup. Obviously not something you should spend time on every month, but I have a whole video about how I completely overhauled my iPhone 14 Pro setup to mean I get less distracted, have better access to stuff that I really care about on my phone. So well worth doing if you have some free time and haven't done it for a while. Next up, plan your meals. So if I have particularly a weekday evening where I don't have a huge amount on, I'll spend half an hour planning meals for next week and making a shopping
Bloody stupid.
list. I have a number of recipes and the ingredients for those recipes saved in my notes on my phone, so I can easily just copy and paste those ingredients into this week's shopping list if I want that meal. Batching meal planning in this way means you avoid food waste, you save time going back and forth to the shop repeatedly, and you also save money because you don't feel the urge one evening, because you haven't got anything planned, to get a takeaway.
Take your pleasure beyond with the new Magnum Utopia Double Cherry. Magnum, true to pleasure.
Trains.
Get off my
And number
screen.
7 then is to do chores during the week. So kind of as an extension of meal planning during the week, I think if you can squeeze in as a work from home hack some of your chores like washing, dishwasher, cleaning into your working day in 5 to 10 minute blocks, that means that you avoid then batching those tasks at the weekend and losing maybe 2 or 3 hours.
I do not give a damn, okay? I do not give a damn. You can't be doing things like this. You just can't be doing it. You know? You just can't. And I'm not the one to be blamed here, and I never will. I'll always put the blame on you, because you're the one to blame with everything you see. You're a self-sufficient, ugly mug that don't know how to do his job properly, you see, because this is how this has ended up. With you on your bloody computer all day doing all out and watching TV.
Hours of your weekend. And clearly if you're really
Instead of doing something reproductive with your life, going out and going riding on the bike, or, you know, going to see your family and doing stuff like that, no, because you're sitting inside all day doing absolutely naught.
busy, that's not going to be possible, but you may have periods where you're slightly quieter at work and can afford to spend a few minutes of the day just getting those chores done so they don't take up your weekends. Next up, you should review your finances. I think it's way too easy to go, say, 6 months to a year without thinking about money, just spending what you think you have and not really looking at your income, expenditure, etc., to realise that actually you just spent 3%-ish of your working life spending more than you had or not investing, and because of compounding, that actually has a pretty significant impact on your ability to perhaps change jobs if that's something you want to do, to retire early. And I think just being really cognizant of your finances at all times is a first and fundamental step to becoming wealthier. So I think you should be using maybe half an hour to an hour of your free time once every couple of months to take the following 3 steps. Number 1, compare your income to your expenditure and make sure that you're saving and investing as much as you want to be. So for me, I'm paying myself first. I'm putting money away when I first receive money at the start of the month into my savings accounts and my investment accounts, and I'm then spending the rest. But I want to make sure every 2 to 3 months that I'm not having to move money out of my savings into my current account because I'm overspending. When you're doing this, make absolutely certain you've got no credit card debt, no high interest debt that is beyond the interest-free period. Step 2, work out your net worth by working out your assets and subtracting your liabilities. You really want to see that number going up every 2 to 3 months when you repeat this exercise. And step 3, monitor where your money is. Have you got money in a current account that should be moved to a savings account? Are there better interest rates for savings accounts online than you currently have? Have you maximised your tax-free pension contributions, ISA contributions in the UK, which is an amount you can pay into an account where the gains you get are tax-free? And have you, for example, considered paying off more of your student loan because the interest on that is very high, which is certainly the case in the UK at the moment? Next, use your free time to set birthday reminders. So open your calendar app or an app.
Now, this is the one I like. I enjoy this one, is when you set your birthday reminders. Obviously, I love my birthday. You know, I love having family around me. I always will. And I also love having cake as well and opening my birthday presents. And this is the only one I actually like, actually. Don't mind that. Don't mind the other ones, but this is the only one I bloody like at this point in time. That is actually done right, and that is done right in the video, is putting the set birthday reminders. So good on you on that one, but I ain't gonna start becoming your friend, no way.
Like Trello, and add in the dates of all of your friends and family's birthdays with reminders a week before so that you can send them a card or at least a message, and never ever forget someone's birthday. Number 10, stay informed. So I like to do this in 3 ways. First of all, read the news. I read the BBC News and also the Financial Times because of my job, but BBC News is free around the world. Stay up to date with general headlines, trends, what's going on. Then, number 2, I like to listen to podcasts. My favourite news type podcast is called The Rest is Politics, which is a UK-based podcast where they cover global events and they have discussions between 2 ex-politicians from the 2 leading opposing parties in the UK. And I also read email newsletters. So my favourites are Matt Levine and Finimize for finance, The Property Geek by Property Hub for property related news in the UK, and finally the Menos Memo, which is of course mine and Beth's newsletter through our business Menos, which we put out every other week. And you can sign up for that through a link in the description. Alrighty, number 11 is to freelance, and I appreciate this is not something that everyone is going to want to do in their free time, but it is an amazing way to earn some extra money, and it can be pretty good money, and it's something I did throughout my time at university to earn extra cash. Plus, I think it's actually easier than people generally would think. There are sites like Freelancer or Upwork where you can go on, you can create a profile, and then you can choose a skill that you want to sell to people. So if you speak a language, you can do transcription or writing services, or you could alternatively gain some experience and knowledge, taking an online course like Skillshare course on how to video edit or how to photo edit, and you can sell that service as well. I've used it to hire my current video editor, Acha. I've also used it to hire thumbnail designers, graphic designers for book covers, and I would say I don't think you have to be an absolute expert in whatever you do. If you've ever made an Instagram reel, for example, you could probably find someone on Freelancer who's willing to pay you to make one for them. I'd also add that tutoring is an amazing option to earn some extra money around, particularly being a student. I know Beth and a few of my friends at university did this.
A new season.
Oh God, get off my screen. This is the bloody problem. Again, over and over again, same frigging ads. They don't bloody stop. Like I said before, whoever created these can burn in hell.
Has Power Boost Actives.
You can't plan for your periods, oh my gosh moments. But
I
with the
do
new
not
Always
give a
Look How You
toss
Want
if you
Me
have to stick a
thanks to
pipe
its
up
new
your
generation
backside.
option that combines a gentle feel with absorbent power. This pad absorbs gushes better than ever.
Or if you have
so
to
can
scratch
go
your
in and
backside.
dry. With up to 100% leak protection. It's a new period, always.
Alright, penultimate productive thing to do in your free time is to take an online course. There are so many free or nearly free online courses. I think Skillshare is an amazing platform still for creative stuff. Yeah, it's still very
Yeah.
because it's where I learned to video edit from Ali Abdal. Cheers, Ali. Back in the day, which kind of started me on this YouTube journey. You can also take my course, for example, on how to be more productive using Trello. There are so many incredibly valuable free courses out there from institutions like Google, Harvard, Yale. I recently took a course on generative AI. I think it was like 40 minutes on Coursera, I think it was, produced by Google. Really well put together, really interesting introduction to generative AI. Last thing I'd say on online courses is if you're a student or considering a career change, there are so many incredible virtual internships now.
Oh, I'm just waiting for this video to end. That's the point, my friend.
Found for them. It's called Forage.
I don't know why I called you my friend, but you ain't my friend. Okay, you're just a piece of shit.
We're talking law, business,
And you're the one that winds me up, you know. People like this wind me up.
tech, accounting, banking, basically every career that's not manual physical.
Because they bloody don't know how to do anything bloody properly. They're absolutely stupid, idiotic creeps of mankind.
Cool stuff that you can't possibly do online. These virtual internships give you at least a flavour of what it'd be like to do those jobs, meaning you can try out a whole range of different things and whittle down where you think you might want to go with your career. Alright, number 13, the final productive thing you can do in your free time is, drama please, to watch TV. And I've included this because I actually think one of the most productive things you can do when you're tired is to do something that helps you to relax. And for me personally, watching reality TV is the ultimate antidote to a hard day's work. So I'm thinking about how I'm using my free time. I'm really generally thinking about energy and how much energy I have. So starting the morning with some exercise gives me energy for the rest of the day. Socialise.
Hopefully you don't get your legs chopped off and you don't get turned into one of them skin balls. Make sure you don't have that. Make sure you don't happen like that, you know, because people like you, that always happens too.
Often boosts my energy levels, but at the same time, recovery for the next day, a good night's sleep is absolutely essential. And so relaxation, watching TV, unwinding, completely clearing my mind of what I've been doing that day is also essential. And I think it's absolutely so.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, my video won't have long, so shut your fucking ugly face. So yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and always remember, like and subscribe and comment down below if you liked this video, because this guy's a nonsense piece of shit as well. So yeah, I always will like you guys though, not this guy on TV who's a nonsense freak, but I would like you all, you know. I do like you all, guys, and I hope you like this video. And same again, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. And if you don't want to, I'm not going to make you. But bye.